Hey, how's it going? My name's Chris and this is a Microtalk, your weekly dose of empowerment. Now that we have accepted the change that's happening within us and taking advantage of it, let's talk about embracing the chaos, trusting the process. Trust me, if there's a phrase that I've had a love-hate relationship with my whole life, it's that. I mean, I'm still furious when I say it to myself, so I totally understand if you're just like, oh, trusting the process. What does that even mean? My understanding of the concept of embracing the chaos and trusting the process has usually been me looking back at something that I've had to go through years ago, only to realize that it's only made me this much tougher now. But I learned differently yesterday. Quick backstory, I'd been going through a lot of difficulty with a certain big task right from the get-go, like from the very beginning of the process of doing it. And although I had gone through the doing and prepared the material a week before, I missed a deadline that I had set for myself. And so in a bid to, catch up with my backlog, I was working on it for like 6 hours straight yesterday, and I was so frazzled, and I hit another bump, and I was so furious that even I surprised myself when I said that I would just put this task aside for now and start doing things for myself. So I did. I lit some sage, I cleaned the room, I took a walk, I got a facial, came back home, read a book, took a nap, I woke up, I cooked my first unburnt meal. I was winning in so many small ways yesterday that I just felt so good. And after that entire period of doing things for myself, I felt so rejuvenated that when I returned to the task later on, I knew exactly how to approach it, and I was even more efficient with my output. So, wow. And it was then that it hit me that what I did was embrace the chaos and trust the process in that given moment. In that moment where I was furious and I decided to just let go of control. So what does this have to do with you? Let my experience be a lesson for you that next time when you hit bump after bump after bump, that perhaps to exert more control or energy isn't what you need to be doing. And while it might be tempting to think that it has something to do with you not being good enough, perhaps, no, actually, I highly recommend that you take it as a signal to take a break, step away from the situation for a moment. So how do you take this break? By doing something spontaneous or a combination of the following. Number 1, move. Whether it be walking to do your chores or doing a 10-minute yoga flow or skipping or even dancing in the room like nobody's watching because nobody is. Get up, get those muscles moving, get your body stimulated, and just get the blood flowing. It'll be so good for you. And number 2 is literally anything that doesn't have to do with the task at hand or the slippery slope of social media. Actually, social media doesn't have to be that bad. You just gotta curate what you're looking at, but let's save that for another Microtalk. And if you need inspiration, Harvard Business Review has come up with a pretty cool list. Let me just read it for you. Oh, they ask you to get your body moving as well, see? Other suggestions include connecting with other people, engaging your brain with something different, combining gaming with movement, singing out loud, listening to audiobooks, and a bunch more. I'm leaving the link in the description in case any of you are interested in reading the whole article. So yeah, those are just a few ways for you to take a step back and get your mind off a certain task or situation. Although there's a bunch more stuff that you could do. You could do literally anything. And I would like you to try doing something spontaneous for once and let me know how it goes. It'd be so fun. That's all for today's Microtalk. Remember, the next time you face a grueling obstacle, it isn't a signal for your lack of skill, rather it's a signal for you to let go for a bit and embrace the chaos. I hope this video helped, even if just as a reminder. If it did, drop some love in the comments and share it in your story so it gets to the friends that need to hear this message. And if you remember to do so, leave the video a like. Thank you for being here. This is Chris. I'll see you next week for another Microtalk. Ciao!